Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I am back for another Premier League Gazette, and today we are looking at obviously the back pages. That's the front page, talking about Boris having an affair. Prime Minister, eh? Prime Minister. What an absolute... We knew he was a scumbag before that anyway, but let me not get started on Bojo. Let's talk about Harry Kane now. If you want to go and check out a proper paper review I've done, go over to Stretford Paddock right now. I've done an in-depth paper review on everything in these papers, including the story on De Gea and Dean Henderson. But I want to look at this news around Harry Kane, which is very, very interesting. And we've got here, Jose left in limbo as England captain will decide his future after the Euros. Harry Kane has left his Tottenham future hanging in the balance after revealing he won't make his decision until after the Euros. The England skipper, valued at 150 million by chairman Daniel Levy, broke his silence on the next stage of his career as he headed to Albania for today's 2022 World Cup qualifier in Tirana. That's the news on Harry Kane. He was asked if he'd move to win trophies, and this was what he said. I think that's a hard question to answer right now. It's important that all my focus is on the two England games coming up, the rest of the season with Tottenham and then the Euros. To be thinking about speculation or rumours would be damaging in terms of my own performance. And his stance is certain to panic Spurs manager Jose Mourinho, with speculation mounting. The 27-year-old is set to quit the club this summer. Kane has become frustrated at failing to win any trophies after more than a decade at Spurs. Said, I always like to be focused on one goal and one job, and that's to finish strong with Spurs, win these qualifiers with England and hopefully go on and have a great Euros. I try and stay out of the speculation as much as possible. I'm focused on doing the job on the pitch from now until the end of the summer, and then we'll see where we go from there. And that is the bit that... look, if this was a Man United player, you know, if it was Paul Pogba, we'd be saying, we always hear it, you know, there's going to be rumours, etc, etc. The thing with Harry Kane is, he never talks like this. He's a Spurs captain, England captain. And, like, he's normally the one to come out and say, I love Spurs, I want to be here, this is where my future's at, we can win trophies here. And for him to just straight back and go, well, actually, let's look at it at the end of the season, pretty much, is damning, I think. And it would be something that would worry Spurs fans. I think if I was a Spurs fan this morning, I'd be a little bit worried. Do you know what I mean? Because Harry Kane, obviously, if you take Harry Kane out of that team now, you get 150 million, you can buy another great striker. All right, cool. But Harry Kane is the best striker in the world. Haaland could potentially be up there, but he hasn't done it as long. Aguero, I think, was up there. There's been times where he's been ahead of Kane, but not anymore. Obviously, you got Robert Lewandowski. But for me, Harry Kane is the best one about. Pound for pound, best striker in the world. You know, would score goals anywhere. Would score goals for anyone. Can create goals too. And it's clear that, all right, you might win a League Cup this season at Spurs. But beyond that, you're not winning a Premier League. You're not winning a Champions League. You're going to have to move for those big trophies. Now, he doesn't want to do what Shearer did at Newcastle. Now, I know Shearer also had the benefit of winning a Premier League before, with Blackburn, before he moved to Newcastle. Harry Kane hasn't had that. Now, you can get Alan Shearer's record and become the Premier League's greatest goal scorer and all that good stuff. That's cool. But trophies is what matters. You need trophies in your bag. It's as simple as that. And if you haven't got them, you're going to feel unfulfilled at the end of your career. Yes, you can say, well, but I've got the golden boot and I was the greatest goal scorer. And if I played for Man United or Chelsea or City or whatever, I would have had loads of trophies. But ultimately, you won't have. So you need to win trophies. And I think he knows that. He doesn't look like someone that will do a Shearer and stay at Newcastle. And actually, would Shearer have left Newcastle if he didn't have that Premier League trophy in the bag? You know, he'd probably say no now, but, you know, maybe your decision's made a little bit harder. Do you know what I mean? So, Harry Kane, I think, will be looking to move soon. Whether it's this summer or next summer, depending on COVID, depending on who can pay what. But I think he will be looking to move soon. And it feels like the move by Daniel Levy to bring Mourinho into the club was probably a move with Harry Kane in mind, to get him a trophy. Get Harry Kane a trophy, you keep him at the club, you can guarantee a little bit more success. And it looks like that's not going to have worked. And Harry Kane now is going to be looking elsewhere to go and get those trophies, potentially. So I can see Harry Kane leaving now. Manchester United, obviously, a club that's going to come in and be linked with Harry Kane. I don't think Manchester United are going to get Harry Kane. I don't think we'll enter the bargaining with Daniel Levy. I think the only club in England who could tempt him would be Manchester City. I think he'd be guaranteed trophies there. I think he'd turn Manchester United into a side that would win trophies. But look, over the last 7-8 years, we haven't been guaranteed trophies, you know what I mean? More trophies than Spurs, and I think he'd definitely win them at United. But City offer him the money. You know, I think Daniel Levy would bargain hard with them, but they've got the money to be able to pay it. And he would still be able to fulfill that wish or that desire to become the Premier League's record goal scorer. You're obviously going to have the likes of Real Madrid come into the mix, and PSG maybe, the link with Pochettino there, which would be very, very interesting. But it looks like sooner or later Harry Kane's leaving, and the murmurs are starting now, and they're coming from the player, which is very, very surprising, at least to me anyway. It's not surprising to me that he wants to leave. It's not surprising to me that he'll have to leave to go and win trophies. But it's surprising to me that he's now talking about it so openly in the press and in press conferences. And I know I say talking about it so openly, but just that non-committing, like just being non-committal on whether he's going to be at Spurs next season. Does he need to move to win trophies? I think you're already opening the door to that speculation. And this may be just another look. It's not Mourinho's fault that Spurs haven't won trophies over the last, the full period that Kane's been there. But maybe that it's another sign that Mourinho project hasn't worked, isn't working, and he's going in one direction. And it looks like Harry Kane is going to call it a day at Spurs. I don't think we'll see that moving quick. Either it'll be one that drags on well after the Euros, as we're seeing, but could it be this summer? Where do you think Harry Kane will go? Surprised to hear him talking like that though. Get your thoughts, and they were bars, weren't they? Get your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing as well. I am absolutely shattered. I don't know if you know this, but since the UFC stream we did on the Knockout on True Geordie's Twitch channel, I got in, had a Mackey's breakfast, did the Premier League Gazette for Paddock, which you can go and check out. I haven't even chilled, haven't even had a wash, haven't even had a sleep, and it is right now about 8 AM. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you keep it like, comment, share, subscribe. For now, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.